What is going on, everyone? My name is Shaq and today I have got a little sniping video, a little sniping tutorial, I guess you can say, but the main point of this video today is to show you guys a few snipe filters that I have found and am using, especially for Prime Series 3. As you can see, the title says Best Snipe Filters for Prime Series 3, and I think I have a few that is very, very helpful for you guys and will actually get you guys a hell of a lot of chances at pulling and sniping some really good Galaxy Opals. Whether you want to use them, sell them off for profit like I'm doing right here, there are plenty of cards out there that we can get using certain filters, particularly in the Prime Series 3 set. This is probably going to be a pretty quick video, but I think you guys would like it to be quick, as you just purely like to know what the snipe filters are. And quite honestly, they are some of the best filters I've seen in a very long time. As you can see, I have 3 Kristaps Porzingis all being ready to get sold, many of them with shoes. This one, that right there, is going to go for a ton. This one here, who knows, but I will get more into the details as we go to each filter. So, let's start with the first one, and probably the one that most people know, the most Prime Series 3 Galaxy Opal minimum buyer. It is the simplest one because every single one of them is over a bid, and you have a plethora of amazing cards you can manage to snipe every now and then. Now, I know there are cards like LeBron James who will be showing up more often now. In about 2 weeks' time, he's not going to be in packs anymore, and he's going to be showing up a lot less. So, if you're wanting a card like LeBron James and want to get lucky, now is the time to sit on this filter, snipe away, be patient, use the time effectively. Whether you got a bit like an hour or so spare time, just sitting on this filter, going crazy with it. I have not actually had the patience to use this filter, but I know for a fact a lot of other people have much more patience than I do. I know that cards like Luka Doncic show up pretty often. Lamar Odom shows up pretty often. This snipe filter is good because it is guaranteed profit with everything that shows up. Doesn't cost you anything. It's just not as efficient. That's the only thing. And I like to emphasize the fact that a filter like this doesn't cost you anything to set up. I think it's very rare nowadays that we get good filters that cost you nothing to set up. However, there is a better one than this coming up very soon. It's probably going to be the last one. This filter in itself can produce some of the best profit. If you can snipe yourself a LeBron James and you've got a full 2 weeks where they're still in packs and people could be putting them up for snipes, very rare. It'll be very rare, but it's the best chance to snipe a Galaxy Opal LeBron James in this time. This is probably the only time you'll really be able to do so. But cards like Luka, cards like Lamar Odom, I've seen them. I mean, if you haven't seen Space Bird's 500 MT snipe of Kawhi Leonard, then that really shows you that you don't understand the full power of this damn filter. It's a very good filter, and honestly, I don't think I should be expressing too much about it because if you snipe regularly, you know that this filter is a dub. So I'm going to continue on to the next filter because I don't think you guys want to hear me talk about this filter too much. Now we go and take away the Prime Series. We don't need any of that. We're going to go Galaxy Opal. We're also going to go to Heat because Heat honestly has some of the best Galaxy Opals in the game at the moment. Then we head down over here. I'm going to go disabled to start off, just to show you what disabled actually shows up as. But as you can see, you've got cards like Chris Bosh. You've got cards like Dwayne Wade, the new Dwayne Wade that came out. Shaquille O'Neal, who I didn't even realize until I started recording, also shows up in this filter. And because the super packs are gone now, his card is going to become more and more pricey, especially because he's part of the Showtime team. There's also cards like Alonzo Mourning that are also sitting in here. I'll try and see whether I can find one, but I honestly don't know. There's one. But that's the reason why I don't use this filter crazy often, because you do actually have to pay a bit of MT, and I wouldn't suggest you guys do it if you don't have the MT or are willing enough to spend the MT to get it. I have him, so I can use this thing and enable it. I should probably be putting my Shaquille O'Neal into my auction house so I can actually have him show up every now and then. Basically, Galaxy Opal, Heat, then we go to minimum buyout, 500, and then spam away on that one. I'll try and find one within this little snipe area, but I don't know how often these ones show up. Honestly, I think they'll show up pretty often because there's some pretty good cards. I know Shaquille O'Neal, he still has a lot of cards out there considering he was part of that promo super pack. So Shaq may show up a lot, Dwayne Wade because he's actually in packs may show up a lot, and Chris Bosh isn't going for too much, but enough for a profit so you can spam the refresh. You got 3 really decent cards that you can be picking up with this Snipe filter, and I could imagine it being pretty often. From the times I've used this filter, I actually haven't been able to pick up anything, purely because cards like Chris Bosh, they don't show up too often. Dwayne Wade, it's so expensive that it doesn't show up as often as other Prime Series cards, and Shaq this entire time, until this recording, I've realized is in my collection and I haven't been able to see him. But thing is, if I put him in my auctions, that may change, that whole aspect of things may change. So we'll see what happens, but definitely for sure use this filter if you have the MT to purchase some of the cards and then put it on enabled so you can actually just keep sitting here as long as you need until you see one show up. But I'm honestly unsure as to how often they do show up, because there are a bunch of different cards that I actually don't have here that should probably be here. So I've kind of altered my results that should be. But it is a good filter nonetheless, a very good filter. It's got the Prime Series Dwayne Wade in there, so if you want to try that Prime card out, go ahead. But it's got a bunch of other cards in there too, like Takeover, Chris Bosh, and Showtime Shaq. So that is that filter. The next filter I'm going to go to, this one costs even more, but it really expands the amount of cards you can snipe. What I'm going to do here, we're going to keep it on enabled, but what we're going to do, we're going to take it off heat, go to Galaxy Opal, we're going Prime's VIP Series 3. This is all the VIP cards that have showed up. Then we're going the Eastern Conference, which really widens out the gap for us. And we're going to take off enabled and have it at 500 minimum buyout. Now, the cards that you'll see to start off are cards like Trae Young, cards like Victor Oladipo, and also Danny Granger. All those cards will start showing up here and there, but there's also other cards such as Carmelo Anthony. You can see Dwayne Wade there. Pascal Siakam's also there. Chris Stats is there. That one's going for 167k with a diamond shoe and a diamond contract. A whole bunch of cards you can snipe. Even Joel Embiid. Now, I am yet to see a Joel Embiid, as you can see right here. Diamond shoe, diamond contract going for 300k. This thing is so wide open for you guys to get that a lot of cards can show up. It's a very nice filter for Prime Series cards. However, it does cost you a little bit to do so. You do need to have that Trae Young, who's about 40-ish K, a bit above 40k. Victor Oladipo is a bit below 50k to purchase that card, and Danny Granger, I believe, is around the 60k area as well. So all that is about 150k to get this whole filter set up. For some of you, that's no problem, but for others, it is a bit of a problem. So we're going to go to enabled here, and basically what this lets us do, we got no buyouts here, but I have actually been using this one a fair bit because it gives me the best chance at pulling some cards. However, this filter is a little bit sketchy, but so is the best filter. The best filter, in my opinion, is pretty sketchy as well. It's never a guaranteed snipe, or at least a guaranteed profit. You do need to look out and make sure you are getting the right cards. So if I was to get a Kristaps Porzingis or a Pascal Siakam, I've realized that a lot of the cards, that if they don't have a diamond contract or a diamond shoe on them, they undersell. So basically, when you sell a card, if you get it unsold, that's absolutely fine. You get another go at it. But if it sells for around 100 to 109k, you're actually losing MT. I'd much rather break even on a card than have to lose MT. And honestly, the price of the card can fluctuate. So you do have to look out for that. But the best thing about this one is that the range of cards you can get is so wide, it honestly makes profit really easy to get. But I'm not going to go too far on that one. What I'm going to do to finish this one up is my best filter, or the one I think is the best. Basically, it's very similar. It keeps the amount of cards you can get very wide open, but it basically is the Galaxy Opal Prime Series 3 Atlantic Division filter. Basically, the reason I like this so much is the fact that every single card here is going for a bid, or at least you get snipes pretty easily here. as you can see, man, you got Pascal, you got Carmelo, you got Joel Embiid, and you've also got Kristaps. You've got almost every single good card in this one. The only one you're missing from the last one is Dwayne Wade, even though he's not the most expensive one by a long shot. The best thing about this filter is that it is completely free to set up. It does not cost you anything. Every single Atlantic Galaxy Opal going in this one so far is over a bid. Every single one, including Carmelo, including Kristaps for some reason. He hasn't gone down to a buy now, even after all this time. I guess it's just because of his long stature. But Joel Embiid is a godlike card. We got Pascal Siakam, who's been a really good card all year. And just like the last one, however, the only problem with this filter is the fact that every single card isn't a guaranteed profit. Kristaps and Pascal are the two that I've managed to find that are not always guaranteed. Carmelo, if you pick a Carmelo up, it's guaranteed profit. You want to go for that Carmelo. Joel Embiid, I have not seen a Joel Embiid on this specific filter yet. However, I do know that there are times where he is a buy now. I just haven't come up across it yet. But this is such a god tier filter because it's completely free. You don't have to spend a dime, and you have plenty of amazing Galaxy Opals to collect. I'm gonna go back to my auctions and show you why the cards are so sketchy. These filters are often quite sketchy, and it's mainly because, as you can see here, this Kristaps Porzingis that I've got highlighted, it has a diamond shoe and a diamond contract that's having this card go for almost 150k. These two shoes and contracts make this card go for so much more. So if you manage to get a buy now for a card that has a diamond shoe, diamond contract, that's guaranteed profit. However, if you get a Kristaps Porzingis that has maybe 3 contract games and no shoes on it, that card will probably at maximum go for 109k, 110k, or just break even. It is not the risk you want to take. That's why when you see a card like this, diamond shoe and diamond contract, you have to look out for. You just have to, because it can determine whether you lose or gain MT. One of my cards just sold, he had a diamond shoe, and even then it's not guaranteed. Look at that. I've lost MT on a card that really should be making MT. Honestly, I'm not too stressed about it. You just really have to be on the ball with what you're getting. It's the same with Pascal Siakam. The prices fluctuate so much, and you really cannot tell whether you are going to make or earn MT. So best thing to do with cards like this is either buy it when it is 90k or less, or buy it with a diamond shoe and a diamond contract. And that same rule applies for both of them, because I've seen this Kristaps with a diamond contract, just a diamond contract, go all the way up to 140k. And then a card with maybe a diamond shoe another time will go for 100k. The prices fluctuate so much, you need to make sure that you are getting yourself guaranteed profit. It's really important. But at the end of the day, I'll take a filter if it's free. At the end of the day, at least you're not losing that extra amount of MT that you may not even worry about. Anyways, guys, that is where I'm going to end this video. Hopefully this one helped you guys out. Make sure to hit those hot times when snipes are going crazy, and be sure to let me know whether they work for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what snipes you managed to get from these filters. Hopefully you guys found this very helpful. If you did, please be sure to leave a like, comment down below any video ideas, suggestions, and constructive criticism, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. On the road to 800 subscribers, and we are about 20 away as of now, and every bit of help, as always, is very, very much appreciated. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.